we got to talk about my Titans for just a second before we move on to
Yeah.
who people like to make the playoffs. So 84% of the tickets are on the Titans to miss the playoffs. And KJ, here's the thing about the Titans. Normally, they are very good when everybody counts them out. So that is the sabotage factor here. Because last season, they were 6-2 straight up as underdogs when getting points in the NFL, rattling off wins against some of the best teams in the NFL. The Rams, the Chiefs, the Bills on, I think it was a Monday Night Football game. So I think that's the problem for me is trying to count out the Titans. And if you remember last year, they had the biggest rash of injuries of just about any team in the NFL, including their number one running back, the king, Derrick Henry. So it's hard for me not to have faith in the Titans, just given last year and the fact that they did so much with so little. Obviously, that playoff loss against the Bengals really leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but still, I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that the AFC is so tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad bet to say that the Titans won't make it, because let's say Derrick Henry rushes for only 1,100 yards this season, right? That's still a considerable drop from what you're used to from him, but still a good season. And then you've lost A.J. Brown. So where does the offense, is it made up? Is it made up in Ryan Tannehill's arm? I don't think so. And because Carson Wentz is not with the Colts, I think it's the Colts' division to win. And with Matt Ryan, I think they put together. I think they've got the right quarterback in there. And then, of course, when you mentioned how tough the AFC is going to be, I mean, the AFC West may take the team that doesn't win the AFC West. Two more teams out of that division may take up 2 of the 3 wild card spots. So I think that's what's going to really make it tough for the Titans to get in there. When you're talking about maybe the Chargers and the Broncos potentially being 2 of the 3 teams, so you're going to have that pretty stellar record to be that third team. Could it be the loser of the AFC Central, whether the Ravens or the Bengals? So I think it's going to be a tough squeeze for the Titans. So that's why I don't think it's a bad bet to say that the Titans will miss this year.
Well, it's plus 105 over at BetMGM, or it opened at plus 105, I should say. Now it is minus 120 with money coming in on Tennessee to miss the playoffs. This is the Daily Tip presented by BetMGM. I'm Chelsea Messenger. He's KJ Carson, filling in for Michael Jenkins. Coming up in 10 minutes, we'll have some NFL training camp notes that you need to know if you're betting on any of these teams during the regular season.